Okay, this one I think is so terribly appropriate. I was given a lovely gift when I departed, and I'm one of the nuts hikers that will actually carry hard copy books. It was a lovely going away gift. It's the Pacific Crest Trailside Reader, Oregon and Washington edition. And this is a poem that was written by Kaci. I think it is just so appropriate. Any hikers will probably very much resonate with this. And I'm trying to hike my hike with this every day in mind. The day I stop being mindful is the day I need to stop and do something else, or take a break, or sit by a waterfall and try to find some zen or something. So here it is. This is called Stopping. Lumbering north of the Siskiyou Pass, I slow down myself to no movement, no progress, no inch forward on the folded map, resisting momentum of muscle and mind, and I stop. Green Spring Summit, it will wait, yet. What twitches? It is my toes pressing into the shoe soles rhythmically, lockstep with my heels who lift themselves up and up and up again like grasping toddlers. My knees, they tighten, release, tighten into a corporal choir of impatience. I want to move. I pivot, face the path behind, to those just taken steps vivid in the ache of my thighs, remembered in the taut pull of calves pushing me forward, and toward. I see the long stretch of trail I've just walked, yet was I there? That last droopy fir on the south slope of Little Pilot Peak, did my eyes track the sinuous pattern of fire ants making warfare on a stout trunk? Did I notice how many needles clasp in each cluster where the bare tore bark, or where the cones hurled themselves toward the earth and now lay, spent, in slow decay? Or was I elsewhere, walking through thoughts of next Christmas, the friend who didn't call, the list of all the things I need to do when I check this off that list? I can't help myself. Miles have turned the majestic into the mundane. I have seen how many ant tracks, how many fir trees, perched eagles and peaks, how many sunrises, moonsets, creeks, outcrops, and starry, starry nights. And I admit at times I observe a new thought instead. I get lost in them. Tomorrow there will be more. I have a friend 8 years inside prison for something he did, indeed, do, and he is my next thought. Waiting inside his dust-on-concrete cell, and I wonder if he were here now, could he be here now? Where his thoughts would be, and how swiftly he would stop them to make room for this. I feel a small rub of guilt weave into my chest, fined for complacence while walking. Amongst giants I know the gods sleep here, and so I have come to this stop, only to submit to the thought that I am not able to stop. Not ready to face the unease of my unnarrated self. I am young with many lifetimes to cycle, and at least I know this. Like a nudging mother, I gently watch myself move cautiously toward the stillness, and in so doing, I am stopping. Looking. She stepped off the trail. It wasn't Mount Hood, or Callahan's Lodge, or Crater Lake. It was just here, in this regular place, where she stopped, slid off shoulder straps, and unlatched her hip belt, let her pack fall, and felt the buoyancy of relief. She bent low and lay down long on her belly in the unnamed grass which drew borders down the edges of the PCT like a frame to the picture. She closed her eyes. She opened them. She watched a fat black bug hug the top of a spear of grass, and like a grandfather clock, the pendulum grass tick-tocked, 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 until the bug stretched one long leg onto the next spear, clasped it tenderly into grip, and soon legs 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 followed suit, the fat black bug having moved a slender strip of grass closer to where he needed to go. Now she rolled over onto her back, pointed her legs and arms straight up into the sky, squeezed her eyes shut, opened them again, and thought, I'm falling. I'm falling into the pale sky she pretended was the hole she could fall up to, and like a child she almost believed. Listening. There are rebels afield, moving soft rubble aside as they push up, up, and forge cracks in the dirt with their tangled rhizomes, protruding petioles, leaves that'll sting ya until you learn just how to touch them. These are the medicines we knew before we knew too much. In our tongue, we named them yarrow, nettle, plantain, cascara, madrone, Oregon grape, chickweed. They are the stoppers of leaking blood, the scrape healers, bowel movers, fever shakers, the magicians who coax out that damn splinter you've been limping with for days on the curvatures of this long, long trail. When I chew the leaf of madrone, my molars grinding down astringent oils, puckering tongue, and then slap on the spitted leaf poultice, easing the pulsing bite of the mosquito. When I've taught you to see the budding needle tips of the Douglas fir and the dandelion leaves and the tan oak acorns and miner's lettuce and evergreen huckleberries, and to know them all as food. When you've shown me that freshly picked yarrow leaves will stop the bleeding, that cascara bark moves my digestion, and that the plantain should be acknowledged on bended knees and a shout of hallelujah and blessed be. When we steep nettle tea overnight to bring inside its vitamin B and relax into knowing that all of this is medicine and all of this is free and it grows under feet and over heads, don't forget this is what they burn the witches for. In the land my elders came from, this is what they sent the children away for in the land you're passing through now. For knowing this unregulated medicine chest, for plying the wild anarchist's pharmacopoeia, for practicing the universe's healthcare, the wild healers of the Western world were strapped to the burning stake. The wild healers of the people here were forced away to school for the re-education of a First Nation. And so when I walk this cresting Pacific Trail, or heck, cut across the Fred Meyer parking lot, I will notice my plant allies, gently and unrelentingly pushing themselves up through the dirt and soil and clay, or poking themselves through small fissures in sidewalks, if that's what it takes to get noticed these days, enduring denigration as our weeds to pull and to poison. They have been waiting for the remembering times, and now they are speaking, each time the thorn plucks pants, each time the leaf brushes boots. Each trip over root is a small voice saying, hey, we are still here. Listen to them and listen when the oldest folks talk plants, when the youngest folks talk plants. And if the original people of this place where you are walking ever take the risk to share their secrets that grow from soil and clay, oh my, oh my, oh my, just listen and then tell the rest. Thanks for listening. I really enjoyed that one. I hope you do too.